The chill of the evening air bit into my skin as I sat on the cold, hard sidewalk, clutching my guitar. The bustling city around me seemed oblivious to my presence. My name is Jay, and at 17, I was homeless. Each day was a battle for survival, and each night, the street corners were my stage. Music was my refuge. When my parents' fights escalated and home became unbearable, I found solace in the melodies I strummed. But when my mom passed away and my dad disappeared, leaving me to fend for myself, music became my lifeline. It was all I had left, and it was enough to keep me going. I started performing on the streets, pouring my heart into every chord and lyric. The few coins and dollar bills tossed into my open guitar case were my only income. But it wasn't just about the money. Music gave me a purpose, a way to connect with people who otherwise walked past me without a second glance. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I found a spot near a busy subway entrance. My fingers danced across the strings, and I lost myself in the music. I sang about pain and hope, about loss and dreams. The world around me faded away, and for those few minutes, it was just me and my guitar. A small crowd gathered, some pausing to listen, others dropping change into my case. I noticed a man in his 40s, standing at the back, watching intently. He had a kind face and an air of authority. When I finished my set, he approached me. "Hey kid," he said, his voice warm. "You've got something special. What's your name?" "I'm Jay," I replied, wary but curious. "Who are you?" "My name is Mark Thompson. I'm a talent scout. I've been in this business for a long time, and I know talent when I see it. How would you feel about coming to my studio and recording a demo?" My heart raced. This was the break I had been dreaming of, but it seemed too good to be true. "Why would you want to help me?" I asked, skepticism lacing my words. "Because I see potential in you, Jay, and I believe in giving people a chance. What do you say?" After a moment of hesitation, I nodded. "Okay, I'll give it a shot." The next day, I found myself in Mark's studio, a place that felt worlds away from the gritty streets I called home. The walls were lined with gold and platinum records, and the equipment was state-of-the-art. Mark introduced me to his team, and they made me feel welcome. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I belonged. Recording the demo was a surreal experience. With each take, I grew more confident, my voice and guitar blending perfectly. Mark's encouragement was unwavering, and I began to believe in myself more than I ever had. When we finished, he handed me a CD with my songs on it. "This is just the beginning, Jay. We're going to send this out to some contacts I have. You never know what might happen." Weeks passed, and I continued to perform on the streets, but now there was a spark of hope in my heart. One day, Mark called me with exciting news. "Jay, you're not going to believe this. A record label wants to meet with you. They loved your demo." The meeting was a whirlwind. The executives were impressed by my story and my music, and they offered me a contract. I could hardly believe it. From sleeping on park benches to signing a record deal, my life was transforming before my eyes. The journey wasn't easy. There were days when I doubted myself, when the pressure felt overwhelming, but the resilience that had kept me alive on the streets now fueled my drive to succeed. I poured my heart into my music, drawing from the pain and struggles I had endured. My first album was a reflection of my journey, filled with songs about hardship and hope, loneliness and love. The response was overwhelming. People connected with my story, and my music resonated with those who had faced their own battles. The album climbed the charts, and suddenly, I was no longer an anonymous face on the streets. With success came the ability to give back. I used my platform to raise awareness about homelessness and to support organizations that helped homeless youth. I visited shelters and shared my story, hoping to inspire others to believe in their dreams, no matter how impossible they might seem. One evening, as I prepared for a concert in a sold-out venue, I took a moment to reflect on how far I had come. The stage lights illuminated the crowd, and I felt a surge of gratitude. My journey from street corners to center stage had been arduous, but it had made me who I was. As I strummed my guitar and began to sing, I saw familiar faces in the crowd. People who had once dropped coins into my guitar case, now cheering me on. My music had brought us together, transcending the barriers of wealth and status. That night, as I played my final song, I knew that my journey was far from over. There would be new challenges and new dreams to chase, but I was ready, armed with the resilience and determination that had carried me this far. Music had saved me, and now it was my turn to use it to make a difference in the world.